Most people don't think twice before grabbing a handful of mixed nuts. But when you're older, every bite matters. The food you choose either builds you up or slowly chips away at your well-being. It's a quiet truth not spoken often. At this stage in life, the body becomes less forgiving. The digestion is slower. The metabolism moves like a calm river rather than a rushing stream. And choices that felt harmless at 30 can carry deep consequences at 70. Especially when it comes to something as small yet powerful as nuts. Today we talk about 4 nuts every older adult should eat daily. And just as importantly, 4 nuts to stay away from. This isn't just about nutrition. It's about respecting the body's journey. It's about honoring the vessel that's carried you this far. Let's start with the nuts you should embrace. Number 1, walnuts. These wrinkled little brain-shaped wonders are not just coincidence in design. Nature seems to have given us a clue. Walnuts are among the best nuts for brain health. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, they help support cognitive function. As you age, memory can feel like sand slipping through fingers. You remember faces but forget names. You enter a room and forget why. It's subtle at first. Then it starts to worry you. But studies have shown that daily consumption of walnuts may improve memory and reduce inflammation in the brain. They contain antioxidants that fight oxidative stress. And stress, we know, is a silent attacker. For older adults, just one small handful of walnuts a day can be like putting a protective shield around your brain, not a cure, but a quiet defense. Number 2, almonds. These are a humble nut with strength hidden beneath their simple appearance. Almonds are packed with vitamin E. And this matters more than we realize. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant that protects your cells from damage. As we grow older, cell damage accumulates. It shows up in our skin, our joints, our vision, and even our hearts. Almonds also help with blood sugar control and satiety. That's important, because many older adults struggle with either undereating or sudden blood sugar spikes. A small handful of almonds gives protein, healthy fats, and a sense of fullness. They also support bone health due to their magnesium content. Bones become fragile with age. One small fall can change everything. Almonds help slow that process from the inside out. But remember, always go for unsalted and unroasted almonds. Simplicity is key when you're nourishing a body that's been through decades. Number 3, pistachios. Tiny green treasures that are often underestimated. Pistachios contain lutein and zeaxanthin. These are antioxidants specifically good for eye health. Vision is one of the first things that begins to slip with age. You notice more glare while driving. You squint to read small print. The eyes tire quickly. Eating pistachios can support the delicate tissues in your eyes and protect against macular degeneration. Pistachios are also high in protein and fiber. They support heart health, and heart health is the cornerstone of longevity. 1 serving a day, around 49 kernels. That's all it takes to make a difference. But again, choose ones without added salt or artificial flavoring. The closer they are to their natural state, the more powerful their benefits. Number 4, Brazil nuts. These are not your everyday snack, but just 1 or 2 of these nuts a day can have a profound impact. Brazil nuts are one of the richest sources of selenium, a trace mineral many people overlook. Selenium plays a role in thyroid function, immune health, and even mood regulation. Many older adults feel fatigued, not just in the body, but in the spirit. They wake up tired, Not because of sleep, but because the body is running low on the nutrients it quietly craves. Selenium can uplift that feeling. But caution is important. Too much selenium can be harmful. That's why just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day is enough. More is not better. Precision matters when the goal is to heal, not harm. Now let's shift gears. Some nuts, though popular, may not serve older adults well. Number 1, macadamia nuts. They are creamy and rich, but they are also incredibly high in fat. Not just any fat, but mostly monounsaturated fat. While that may not sound harmful, the calorie density of macadamia nuts is immense. Just a few can deliver over 200 calories. For someone younger with a fast metabolism, that's manageable. But for an older adult whose activity levels have slowed, these calories add up quietly. They sneak in and begin to shift weight. Not just the weight you see in the mirror, but visceral fat. The kind that wraps around organs and puts stress on the heart. Macadamia nuts are delicious, but they are better kept as an occasional treat, not a daily staple. Number 2, cashews. This one surprises many, because cashews are everywhere. In snack mixes, in dairy alternatives, even in vegan recipes. But cashews are high in oxalates, and that's a problem, especially for older adults prone to kidney stones. Oxalates can bind with calcium and form crystals. For someone with a history of kidney issues, or even mild dehydration, cashews can quietly worsen the condition. They are also lower in fiber and omega-3 fats compared to other nuts, which means their nutritional payoff is lower. If you love them, have them once in a while, but do not rely on them as a core source of nourishment. Number 3, peanuts. This is a complicated one. Technically, peanuts aren't even nuts. They are legumes. And while they do offer protein and some healthy fats, they come with a few red flags. Peanuts are one of the most common foods contaminated with aflatoxins, a type of mold that thrives in warm, humid environments. Aflatoxins have been linked to liver issues and even cancer. The risk is low if you buy high-quality, organic peanuts. But many people buy them roasted and salted in bulk. That's where the risk creeps in. Peanuts also tend to trigger inflammation in some people, especially those with sensitive digestion. Older adults often have reduced stomach acid. That makes them more prone to indigestion, bloating, and food sensitivities. Peanuts might not be harmful in tiny amounts, but they're not the safest bet either. Number 4, flavored or sugar-coated nuts. This includes honey-roasted almonds, chocolate-covered peanuts, cinnamon-glazed pecans. These are not foods. They are disguised desserts. Older adults often say, "It's just a little treat." And yes, life needs moments of joy. But when the joy comes laced with sugar, salt, and preservatives, it stops being joy and starts becoming a burden. These nuts spike blood sugar. They stress the pancreas. They feed chronic inflammation. For an older adult who may already be managing diabetes, high blood pressure, or joint pain, these snacks are wolves in sheep's clothing. Choose raw or dry roasted nuts without additives. Let the nut be enough. Its natural flavor is a whisper from nature, one we've forgotten to listen to. Now, the real point of all this is not to overwhelm. It's to wake up the part of you that still wants to care, that still believes your health matters, even if the world has become quieter. Even if your days are more still, your body is still fighting for you. Every heartbeat is a silent vow, every breath a reminder that life is still here. And it's asking you to participate, not just survive, but engage. Choosing the right nuts daily is a simple act, but it holds great power. It's a conversation between you and your health, between the past and the present, between what you used to eat without thinking and what you now eat with purpose. When you eat a walnut, you're not just nourishing your brain, you're honoring your memories, the laughter of children, the faces of old friends, the sound of a partner's voice. You're saying, I want to hold on to this a little longer. When you eat an almond, you're protecting your bones, so you can keep walking on your own, without fear of a fall, without needing someone to lift you. When you eat a pistachio, you're giving your eyes a better chance, so you can still read your grandchild's letter, watch the sunrise, sew your favorite buttons back on. When you eat a Brazil nut, you're giving your thyroid the strength to regulate your energy, so you don't feel drained by noon, so you can still do the things that make you feel alive. And when you say no to cashews, macadamias, peanuts, and sugar-coated treats, you're saying yes to clarity, to fewer medications, to better mornings. It's not about fear, it's about wisdom, the wisdom that comes with age, that finally recognizes small choices aren't small, they are everything. There's a beauty in simplicity. And the older we grow, the more we realize that health doesn't come from fancy routines or rare ingredients. It comes from the quiet discipline of showing up every day, of reaching for the things that support life, not fight it, of understanding that even a tiny nut can hold within it the power to shift our path. This is not a diet plan, it's a life philosophy. To care for this body like you would care for a beloved garden. Gently, consistently, thoughtfully. So take your handful of walnuts, your sprinkle of almonds, your bowl of pistachios, your one Brazil nut. Eat them in silence if you like. Let your body receive what it needs. And trust that you've done something good today, something deeply human, something beautifully wise. And perhaps that's the real goal of aging. Not to hold on to youth, but to step fully into wisdom. Not to chase the energy of yesterday, but to protect the strength that still remains. With every meal, every habit, every small decision, you write the rest of your story. Make it a story worth reading.